Did you kill her?
Don't ask me that. Don't ask me that.
So when you heard Rayburn's voice, you went
I
to.
didn't recognize him. I didn't know who it was.
But what were you thinking?
I was freaking out. Oh my god, I caught her. I caught her. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's a man. There's a man. And then guess what? I hear nightmare. R&B music.
As you're driving to the apartment. What happens when you get to the apartment?
I go up and I see them.
What did you think? What did you think?
They were nothing. I didn't see. I don't know. It was a blur.
It's all
And
red,
I felt
man.
like I was on the passenger seat of my own body. But when I opened the door and saw who it was, broke my heart. And to see her kissing Ray on my couch with his feet on my table.
Damn.
With my money, my apartment, my life, in the house that my daughter sleeps in, on the furniture that I put together. What do you expect a man to feel? Happy? Well, I guess that's the end of my marriage. No! That's my family!
It's so it seems like he knew this guy. This guy was a good friend of him, actually, and he slept with his wife. So not only did your wife cheat on you, but she cheated on you with a good friend, right? And not only did she cheat on you with a good friend, your friend cheated on you with your wife in your house with the money that you've worked hard for. You guys, this is it's you can feel the passion and the anger in his voice, you guys. This is right. I don't once again, I don't condone, I don't agree with it, but you can understand. And it's so sad, and I'm actually surprised that this, of course they're not going to show this on media. They're not going to show this on mainstream media. I don't know if they did or not, but like not on the news or anything like that, you guys. This is very serious. And people wonder why a lot of men don't want to get married. When you do take the chance, when you do put your life, honestly, men are the most vulnerable. You are the most vulnerable. I say this every single time. You are the most vulnerable creature on this planet, especially when it comes to getting married. You give everything up and you have no defenses. You have no net, no safety net. Woman like this can do whatever she wants, and then at the end of the day divorces you and gets your shit, half of the shit that you worked for, after cheating on you. This right here, you guys, I think that people say it's the stronger thing to walk away, but I dare I say it's actually it takes a certain character to even go through something like this of deleting your wife and your friend. Like, this is understandable. This is understandable, you guys. Like, I can understand this. You can understand this. Hopefully he doesn't get life in prison. You know, this sounds like a very reasonable, very logical kind of guy. But when you fall in love, you guys, I encourage you guys to look up Carl Jung. Carl Jung's interpretation of love and anima and animus. You guys, Robert Greene did an amazing interpretation and eloquently described how you can use this in your day-to-day life, you guys. But essentially, when you are in love or when you are quote-unquote acting out of character, that is more or less who you actually are when you're put in certain situations. At a public face, we try to put our best character traits forward, you guys. But when stuff like this happens, a truer side of yourself kind of comes out. And dare I say, I don't think this guy's a killer. He's not going around killing people and stuff like that. But that side did come out when your wife, right? I'm sure this guy thought about all the different women and, you know, all the repercussions that come with marriage. He loved this woman. We can only imagine the type of things he's done for her, the only types of things that they've experienced together. We can only imagine the type of friendship he's had with Rayburn, right? This guy. And for them to do this, how can you just walk away, right? How can you just walk away and just chalk it up as an L? You, you know, the ultimate disrespect at the ultimate level, the ultimate fucking level, you guys. How much more disrespectful can it get? You know what I'm saying? I I feel for the man. I feel very sad for the man. I don't feel as much remorse for her or the friend. I'm assuming this is him. I'm assuming this is him right here, you guys. I don't feel remorse for the wife. I don't. Let me see here. Let me show you guys. I don't feel remorse for the wife. People are gonna say, "Oh, look at the baddie. She's a baddie. We lost the baddie." You guys are fucking weird, man. So lame and shit like that to say stuff like that. And I know people are gonna look at me like, "Oh, you're sympathizing with the killer." Yeah, you hear the story when you hear the actual fucking story.
Breaking news, the former TikTok personality who killed 2 people, including his wife, has just been found guilty of first-degree murder.
CBS 8's Kelly Hassett was in the courtroom. She joins us live with the defendant's reaction to that verdict. Kelly.
Yeah, and I can tell you guys, it was an emotional day in court today. This verdict means that Ali Abulaban will spend the rest of his life behind bars without the possibility of parole. Now, as that verdict was read, you could hear the victim's family and friends as they started cheering. Abulaban looked stunned, and I think as the news started to sink in, he started to cry.
It's so sad, you guys. It's so sad. You see, like I'm not justifying like the killing is not obviously you shouldn't be killing, right? But there's no remorse. There's no remorse. It's just not good. It's not in your favor as a man to put yourself in a vulnerable situation like that. It's just not. It's not you have no safety net. You see how the media is reporting it. You see how the media is reporting it. And he gets life. That's crazy.
We, the jury in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Ali Nasser Abulaban, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. Silence. Of Rayburn Cardenas Baran. We, the jury in the above entitled cause, find the defendant, Ali Nasser Abulaban, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. Anna Abulaban, in violation of Penal Code Section 187, Parent A, as charged in Count 1 of the information. And we further find...
And you saw there at one point Abulaban turned to look at the courtroom gallery as if he was annoyed, like he couldn't believe there were people cheering.
As he was annoyed? Are you kidding me? No, this guy is looking back at like he snapped. How could you think in your right frame of mind in a certain situation like this? Annoyed? This is fake news. This is so biased. The sexism is crazy, you guys.
Jury made up of 7 women and 5 men spent about a day and a half deliberating before finding Abulaban guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder. Now, they also found him guilty of a special circumstance of committing multiple murders, which means he will not be eligible for parole. Now, as the courtroom proceedings went on, you started to see Abulaban tear up.
So
At one point, he was wiping his eyes. His defense attorney handed him a tissue. As he's crying, his face was red. Now, he continued crying as the judge excused the jurors. You could see his attorney talking to him, trying to console him. Now, outside the courtroom, Anna's friends and Ray Barron's family told us the verdict unleashed a wave of emotions.
Obviously, nothing's going to bring our brother or Anna back, but at least he's never going to be able to do this to another person again.
Another person, honestly, unpopular opinion, I think that this guy is somewhat, I don't want to say necessarily a hero, but I think it takes a tremendous amount of courage knowing the repercussions that this modern world gives to men to even do something like this. That is an unforgivable act. You can't forgive someone who's done the ultimate betrayal on you. And for the lack of remorse that this world has, you guys, for men, and for him to still go through with it.
Is this justice for Anna?
This is justice for Anna and Ray.
And I would say that whole first 2 rows of the courtroom gallery was all friends and family members of the victims. They were hugging, they were crying, and they did something I have never seen before, which is they said thank you to each and every one of the jurors as they left the courtroom. Now, the celebration continued outside in the hallway. They continued to hug, they continued to cheer, and they were even taking turns hugging the prosecutor. Now, my colleague Steve Price had a chance to talk to one of the jurors. He's going to have much more on that coming up tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight. As for sentencing, that is set for June 28th. Shannon and Carlo.
You know, Kelly, oftentimes during this trial, we would hear about Anna and Ali's little girl, Amira. Do we know what happened to her?
Yeah, that question was asked today, and according to Anna's friends, she is staying with Ali Abulaban's mother, which, as you remember, she testified during this trial as a witness for the defense. So according to the friends, that has caused some tension within the family and also within Anna's friends. But at the end of the day, you think about this is a little girl whose mother was murdered, and her father now is going to spend the rest of his life behind bars.
Yeah, man, they even try to take your daughter away from the family, you guys. It's man. I think it's just crazy.
Ali smiling and laughing as some of these played out in court.
I didn't want you to be close to Ray. I saw that they were bad people and that they had their tongues melting before you. And you're gonna watch Netflix one day, and you're gonna see my
smiling. Yeah, he's smiling because he can't believe the fucking deception that he did not realize was happening in front of his fucking eyes. Yeah, you smile at shit like that. What else do you do, right?
face on Netflix. Hey, isn't that your husband? And your daughter is my daughter. So you're gonna see my face for the rest of your life.
And then getting so uncomfortable, he's asking his lawyers to turn it off.
Looks disgusting anyways. Your tattoos are... I hate looking at those.
I didn't expect that Anna would ever do that to me. Him, of all people. I mean, she knew how I felt about him. She knew how I felt. I was trying to believe her. I was trying to believe that she wasn't cheating on me, that she would let me fix this, because I was sick. I was struggling from drugs and mental illness, and I fucked up. I fucked up a lot, but I was trying to fix this. And when I saw that it was him, I couldn't take it. I couldn't take the fucking betrayal.
No remorse.
I couldn't believe that she could do that to me, to our daughter.
Our society has no remorse. Our society has no fucking remorse. As a man, you're just supposed to take it to the chin, man.
And before I could stop myself, I just fucking snapped. My gun was in my hand, and next thing I'm shooting, and I can't stop. I'm just shooting. I'm shooting, and I'm even startled. It's like I'm watching it happen. I'm like I'm in the passenger seat of my own body. I can't stop it, and I hear Anna screaming and crying. And I don't even remember shooting Anna. I just remember running back to the front door, and I grabbed the door handle, and then it hit me. I'm like, did that just happen? And I turn around, and I see Anna leaning forward, and there's blood. And I'm like, Anna! I couldn't believe I did that.
God, it's so sad. So fucking sad.
I don't know. I didn't mean to do that.
We heard in the recording that you...
So sad, you guys. So sad. At a point like that, you guys, if you're gonna go through something like that, man, I've been watching this show called Shogun. So good. At that point, you just gotta commit seppuku. You take your own life. You don't let the fucking society, this corrupt ass society, take your life and decide how your life is gonna end. No, fuck that. You might as well, at that point, if you're gonna go through with something like that, man, you might as well just put it to your dome, man. Honestly, just put it to your dome. That is honestly a much more honorable thing to do it for yourself than to let this fucking corrupt ass society allow your life to play out the way that they see fit. Fuck no, man. Man, you know what? I give it to this guy, man. He sounds like he wasn't a crazy dude. This was the ultimate betrayal at the highest levels, man. Support for Ali, man. I give it to Ali. I give it to Ali, man. Like, for real. I don't have no remorse, no fucking remorse, because this is like, there's no mercy, no mercy. You're supposed to just take it to the fucking chin while your friend is dogging down your wife that you guys did the whole proposals. You guys said your vows, all of that. You took the chance. You heard all the things about social media saying, oh, men, don't get married. You decided to take a chance and take this woman as your wife, right? Till death do us part. Guess what? Now she's dogging your best friend, your fucking brother. On your couch with his feet up, listening to some fucking Party Next Door. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody gives a damn, man. Sad story. Sad story. Ali, I'm praying for you, man. For real. I'm praying for you. I think you should have did Simpoku, though. Honestly. You should have committed Simpoku. Should have said your whole story. Posted it on social media somewhere where people could have found it. You know what I mean? And then let it memorialize that way. Because now you got to spend your life behind bars. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter can probably see you, but she's probably going to, it's just, it's not, there's no justice. There's no justice behind it. There's no justice behind it. Him even getting life, that's not justice. Maybe he should have got 25 years, 50 years or something like that. Life? Nah, I don't agree with that, man. Don't agree with that. But this is the world we live in. This is the world we live in. Women teachers can sleep with their students. They can do all sorts of crazy shit. But this right here, unforgivable. Unforgivable. How dare your wife? You should have just let your wife sleep with your friend and just took it to the chin. And she's taking 50% of your stuff. Don't worry about it. It's only for life, right? Fuck out of here with that, man. It's crazy.